Both of you guys have to make an educated decision before you make your final decision.
I think mine's pretty educated.
I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Dr. Kerry Kerr McAvoy, and today I'm going to be giving you my reaction as I watch TLC's show Unexpected.
Ready? I don't know how much I should put.
Give me it.
Yeah, volume's all the way up. You wanna try to find it?
Yeah, let me find it.
It sounds cool.
I'm Kylen, 18 years old, and I'm 32 weeks pregnant.
I'm Jason, I'm 18 years old, and I'm the father. I thought she was very cute. She was the party girl, and I was like more of a F-boy.
What is an F-boy?
An F-boy is a person who goes from girl to girl or has multiple girls and just get as many as you can. It's like a game, I guess. I probably did hurt a couple girls' feelings, which, my bad, but Kylen's beautiful. I caught feelings very fast for her. We started having sex like the second day we met.
So I find this very interesting that he defines himself as an F-boy, and watching her expressions says to me that that was really painful for her, that she found that information hurtful. Yes, she may have been aware of it, but it wasn't something that sits well with her. But it also tells me something interesting about Jason. It says to me that intimacy for him is really challenging, and that he prefers to use what would be probably called pseudo-intimacy as a way to meet his needs, moving from relationship to relationship really fast instead of being vulnerable and settling down with one relationship, which is really hard work, and unfortunately it's all too common these days. What often happens is that intimacy is rushed. Sex is certainly at every person's discretion, but it is pretty typical in toxic relationships to move it to the very beginning because it creates a sense of connection and makes the partner who's being brought in feel like they're being trusted and seen and being very vulnerable. So some people use sex as a way to move the relationship along lots faster in order, in fact, even to hook somebody. So be really careful about that, that you know that that your feelings are not on the line if this ends up being something that's not actually real or serious to the other person.
See if you can find a stronger spot. Right there. There it is. 147. Healthy baby. I wasn't like hoping to get pregnant this soon, but I wasn't like disappointed about it.
Yeah, I wondered how fast the pregnancy came along. Probably way earlier than they are ready. Now, sometimes people are excited about a pregnancy, especially if they're narcissistic or sociopathic, because it ends up binding the person that they're having a relationship with to them. So it ends up being a way for them to know that this person now is on the hook, that they're in a sense trapped in the relationship.
Wasn't planned, just an oopsie.
I have this little thing where I don't like condoms and I don't use them.
That is also not uncommon for toxic people. I'm not saying Jason's a narcissist. Please hear me. I don't know him. I've never watched anything from TLC about this couple. But be aware that narcissistic people and sociopathic people don't like condoms either, or won't take, they'll even may lie about using contraceptions. And the other reason is because it's a way to trap you even further. It's one thing to get you into a committed relationship, but then to move you into like an engagement or buying a house together or getting pregnant, you're trapped in even a more profound way. Now you're going to have children together, which even if the relationship breaks up, they're going to be the parent of your children for forever.
You put it on and then tuck it off.
Because I'm a professional raw dogger.
Look what happened.
Yeah, in fact, this is actually a technique. Be careful. There are people who will do this deceptively. You're not aware that they've removed the condom, and it's deliberate in order to impregnate you. So be very careful about this.
How do you guys feel if we did a home birth?
We did a what?
Home birth.
So what, you do the birth? Like,
No.
We have a doula.
A doula.
Right, I was gonna say, do you have a
Yeah,
doula or
midwife.
something?
We tried the hospital for the appointments and stuff, but felt like they don't like involving unmarried men or like teenage dads and stuff like that because they don't think they're gonna stick or something like that. I don't really know. So I felt like I was left out. So we're looking at other birth options.
But I'm not really sure how I feel about it.
Yeah, that was going to be my question is, okay, so this is what Jason wants, but how does Kylen feel about it? You know, she's actual life and the life of her baby who's on the line. It's not so much about his convenience or his feelings, it's about her safety.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you do your homework and research, and if that's what you want to do, then
If we did the at-home birth, though, it's $3,000.
oh, put in a little overtime then, huh?
Yeah.
I love this father's response. I can tell that this was a fishing expedition, that Jason's really hoping that someone's going to come up and offer the $3,000. No, dude. No, this is your situation. You need to be the adult and then also be responsible for the cost of it.
Need some help.
I'm always willing to help you out. You know that, Jason. I love you. But I'm not going to help you if you're not going to help yourself.
I do help myself.
Okay. Am I going to just finance the whole thing? No. If he pitches in, I'll pitch in too.
That feels like a very reasonable response. I like this a lot.
Oh my God.
Oh, she did it herself.
It's at home birthing.
Well, I didn't. Most people don't do it themselves.
I was kind of surprised they wanted to have a home birth.
I honestly didn't know it existed. Heidi and I will probably decide to maybe take a day or two off. That way we don't have to listen to the screams or the whole birthing process and have to clean up afterwards and stuff like that.
Oh, ouch, that really hurts. Oh,
Don't
man,
worry, Kyle. I won't
that's
be around
painful.
for that.
Wow. You know, I'm sure this father thinks he's being half funny. It's a ha-ha funny, but it's not. It's not a ha-ha funny. These kinds of comments have meaning. It's basically saying, kid, you're on your own. I'm not emotionally in it. Man, do we wonder why this kid was an F-boy before?
It's like, I'm not sure if I will be.
I don't know about in the pool like he is.
I don't think I want to be in the pool. I kind of got grossed out with the home water birth a little bit because she was sitting in like her placenta.
Seeing the
I'm sure the reality of all of this for Kylen is absolutely overwhelming. I mean, she's 17. She hasn't even probably graduated from high school. She's barely learned to drive a car. And now we're expecting her to take on this massive emotional task, potentially with not a lot of good support system, and with a person who's barely an adult himself. This is a lot.
placenta, it's just gross. When she's giving birth, I'm gonna watch as long as I can. And
You know, interestingly, he's going to watch as long as he can, but she can't get out of the situation. This is happening to her. She must see it through all the way to the end. And as somebody who's given birth 3 times, this is not an emotionally easy situation. It's not. And yet already the people around her world are saying to her, you may be on your own on this one, maybe more than you want.
Panic.
probably once it starts coming out more, I'm gonna be like, holy that's not supposed to happen. And then I'm gonna get grossed out a little bit.
He can barely watch me get 4 tubes of blood. I think he's gonna panic.
I'm not taking the placenta out.
You don't do that. It comes
just
out
comes
on its own.
Well,
You gotta push it out.
I'm not grabbing it, I'm not touching it, I'm not going near it, I'm not looking at it.
You know, I actually right now I'm feeling a little kind of pissed at him. My thought was, yeah, but you know what? She didn't ask to be pregnant. She didn't ask to be coming through the pain. She didn't ask to be parenting a child at this age. And you can't figure out a way to do this, dude? Really?
I was gonna.
No, you're not saving that.
No. No,
did.
ew. I ain't doing that. Why would I save that?
I don't know, you were talking to someone about it. I was like, that's
Save
gross.
his umbilical cord.
Why?
Not the cord, but you know that they have a little thing right here that you have to be
falls
gentle.
off?
Yeah.
I'm gonna save that, it's gross.
No, it's not. I have mine.
It's gross.
I'll ask Mom for mine.
No, I don't wanna see it.
Why?
That's kinda gross.
How's it gross? Your mom has yours, I'm pretty sure,
No, she
or she
doesn't.
lost it.
And she never, it probably just fell off and still
No,
around
she
the house.
had it for a little bit, but she lost it, I
No, it's
think.
probably still around the house.
Probably.
How does a baby breathe underwater?
Babies
Because
can
of
breathe
the umbilical
underwater
cord.
until the umbilical cord's cut.
Yeah, that's what I thought too,
She didn't know that
Scott.
until I told her earlier.
Oh,
With a pool after, you dump it outside, like
You dump it in the sink or something.
a whole pool of blood and placenta juice.
You're gonna walk all that out to the outside.
You're gonna dig
You might as
a
well
bowl
just
and
give
dump it
birth
in the sink?
outside in a
Okay,
pool.
let's do.
I love this practical discussion. These are the things that we never think about until you're in the middle of it, and like it or not, this is just part of what comes with having a baby.
That's,
No.
that's kind of gross. 19 hours? Screw that.
oh man.
It could be.
Yeah,
Was your mom in labor for a long time?
No, she got induced and then went into a C-section. After watching that video, I think I'm more interested in going to a hospital and doing it.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah. Did you notice how she just checked Jason's response? Early on in relationships that are not the healthiest, partners learn to be responsible for the emotional well-being of the relationship. They learn to monitor their partner for their reaction, and then they often then modify or soften what they're doing or saying, or maybe even stop altogether, because they can tell their partner's getting upset. This is a very common learned response when you're in a less than perfect, emotionally safe relationship. But I'm glad she's rethinking this decision.
will be if anything happens rather than like 30 minutes away
Exactly.
from the hospital. Jason tells me not to worry, but on my side, a lot of my family members had complications
Yeah.
and painful births.
Yeah.
Your side has good births. We have long births, and they're like
You
within
just
an
think
hour
that
or
your
4
birth is
hours.
gonna be the same as your family's, but
Yeah, already he's minimizing her fears. This is a legitimate fear. And as a woman who's given birth 3 times, and all 3 of my deliveries were highly traumatic. In fact, the last one, I would have died had I done it at home. He's not understanding that there is real risks to women, that before the modern healthcare system that we have, and I know it's not perfect, but that an unbelievable, shocking number of mothers and infants died at childbirth. Was the major way younger women passed away was due to difficult childbirth. So this is not something that you can just write off as anxiety, and that's what he's doing. He's reinterpreting this as her anxiousness instead of being based on real concern.
it's not always gonna be that way. You could have like a painful
I know that.
birth and be fine.
It's also not just Jason's decision.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Both of you guys have to make an educated decision before you make your final decision.
I think man's pretty educated.
I'm sorry. Really? Based on what, Jason? I mean, how much life have you lived, and how many children have you given birth to?
Jason's stubborn. When you're 18, you've got life all figured out. Any advice to him is wrong advice, unless it's his own advice. At this point, you can only make suggestions.
I try to get him to listen. He's not that good at it.
Well, change only happens when a person experiences the pain that comes with the consequences of their behavior. Unfortunately, this is one where it involves her potential life and the safety of the baby. So he doesn't have a whole lot of skin on the line here. She does. She has an enormous amount. He doesn't. So it really comes down to what she needs. Now I'm going to be curious to see if she's able to hold her ground on this.
Just go with whatever she says.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You make the rules.
Well, I have a feeling with all the amount of checking she's doing right now, or watching, observing, that tells me he makes the rules. She doesn't make the rules. He sets the rules.
No. No.
This is a way, it's called typecasting. When somebody does this, it's an effort to sway the person who's hearing it in order to comply with what's being requested. He's accusing her of making the rules, which really is a projection. He makes the rules. But he's accusing her of it so that she won't make the rules in this situation.
Don't let him fool you.
Don't let her fool you. She's the boss.
No, you're the boss.
She's the boss.
You're the boss.
She's the boss.
We go wherever you want to go.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yep, I'm sure they do,
Do
actually.
your research, that's all. I'll support you either way you go.
I don't want to research.
I don't want to do home birth. If anything goes wrong, there's like a doctor.
Yeah, but what can go wrong? I don't think you have much to worry about.
Again, do your research, Jason. Do your research. A lot can go wrong.
I think I'd just be more comfortable at the hospital.
Yeah.
Being at home just better than a hospital, just because I won't be left out.
That's how you feel. I wish we could come to a decision together about it. But
Yeah.
if he doesn't get his way, he gets pissed off.
Oh, I do get my way.
Again, who's in charge of the relationship, Jason? You just said that she was, and now you're admitting that you get pissed off and then you get your way. Yeah, we kind of figured that. So this wraps up this episode of TLC's Unexpected. I hope that you watch along, and we will see what happens the next time with Kylen and Jason around this home delivery. I'm Dr. Kerry Kerr McAvoy. I hope you like and subscribe so that you don't miss future episodes.